live. Come on. There we go. Who do we have today? Jackie Less. Okay. Moa, good evening. Good evening, good evening. And how are we today? Got to do this over here. Get this one rolling. That one rolling. There we go. Okay, cancel this. Lots of streaming. Recording, don't do that. That's working, that's working. Lovely, lovely. Uh-oh. There we go. Audio. Okay, video. Video. Well, let's get this rolling in order. Just give me a second, getting everything in order. All right, there. Fade to black, and there we go. Alrighty. Give me a second. What are we doing here? All right, live. Put this down here. That's good to go. That's good. Kane, what's happening? Kane, Red, Ken, Mark, Mr. Reefers, Nicole, Non-Nurse, J.O.K., what's going on? Jay West, what's happening? I gotta go all the way back here, see who's here. Who's here? Moa, Rev, Farmer, 21 Grew, Eliz Jua. Okay. Sharon, David, Isaiah, Ken, Cookie Monster, Ice Tech, what's going on? Ab, Red Guardian, 34, cool. Washi, Grateful One, good evening. Dylan, missed you Thursday. Haliburton, yeah, Dylan, we'll take a look at Haliburton, give me a second. Angie, Sigma Wolf, what's going on? Long time no see. Hey, I take weekends off, and this past weekend flew up to Chicago to go to a class reunion. That's what it was. Class reunion over the weekend, fun. Am I okay? I am lovely. MVP Money Musk, how you doing? Jose Rivera, good evening. Ab, how are you doing? John Watson, Alan, Mr. Wright, Alan, Brenda, good evening, John. Look Bovolo, okay, I think so. Alad G. Ramsey Chef. Weekly income. I'm here. 1% a week. Yeah, gotta love it. Jay West. Good evening. User JOK. Calvin Hill. Good evening, Calvin Hill. Rob Lewis. Chasing Jackpot. Hey, James. How is your reunion? Wasn't mine. It was my girlfriend's reunion, and it was interesting. Didn't know anybody. Intel was a good choice. Thank you. We'll take a look at Intel. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna take a look. Intel, Haliburton. Just to get started, who else we have over here? Red Hibiscus, what's going on? Mark, Reefers, Joke, Paul, J.B. Var, John, Rob Anderson, Philip, Gustavo, que pasa, Gustavo? Come on, there we go. I have 50,000 Canadian that just matured. What should I invest in? Okay, Gustavo, I really can't tell you anything what to do with your money because I know absolutely nothing about you. And it would be a disservice to think I know anything that's going to work for you. Okay? We all have different views. We all have different goals. We all have different aspirations. I know absolutely nothing about you. So if you want to go to the website, book a call, I'll give you a buzz. We'll have a nice conversation, see if I can help you out. Jay, what's happening? All right. First and foremost, good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Now, my goal is pretty simple. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Hey, Van, what's going on? All right, where were we? All right. I started early today. Well, I'm getting there. As I was saying, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Now, the strategy I'm about to show you this evening was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008 when she comes up to me and says, Daddy, what are you doing? Well, okay, it was obvious. I was trading stocks. She said, can you teach me? So here is a 9-year-old little girl wanting to learn how to trade stocks. Okay, well, how do you do that? Matt, Gerald, Jack, Kimberly, Maricela, ooh, Timo. Yep, Benjamin, that's only 52% a year, and I feel bad about that. I do sometimes. I need 500% a week. You're definitely in the wrong place, Benjamin. Seriously, dude, if that's what you're looking for, honestly, you are wasting your time here. Okay, I'm not looking for the same thing you're looking for, and you can ask whatever questions you want. You ain't going to get what you're looking for. Okay, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. I'm 61 years old. I'm retired. I don't need that kind of return. Matter of fact, with a return like that, more risk, more reward. More reward, more risk. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I don't have the luxury of being wrong. ODTEXPS. You're definitely in the wrong group, Ben. Save yourself some time and aggravation because what you're looking for ain't going to be here. That being said, let's get on to where we are and what we're doing. Okay? Intel was a good choice. We'll take a look at that one in a little bit. First and foremost, boof, some Coke. Hey, Angry Elf, how are you doing today? Ashley Landers, good evening, good evening. All right, that being said, let's get the ball rolling. Benjamin, seriously, you keep saying stuff that just does not work for me. Good evening, Steve Wilder. How are you doing today? Benjamin, terribly sorry, brother. Okay, there are a lot of other people that are doing almost the same thing that I'm doing, teaching what they know for people who want to learn what it is that they have expertise in. Mine is 1% per week, simply, safely, predictably, consistently. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for cash flow. Uh-oh. A-Rod wants to take a look at GLD. A-Rod, hold tight. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. First and foremost on the list. Oh, why don't we take a look at FedEx? FedEx is already up there. So let's take a look at FedEx. So before I start taking a look at stocks, let's get some ground rules, okay? Number one, be kind and courteous to one another. I don't like a lot of fighting and arguing amongst you guys in the chats. Okay, that being said, I am live streaming on 9 different channels at the moment. We are looking to pick up a few more. I'd like to get up to a dozen. And then later on, I think maybe later on this year, we're going to be picking up our own TV station. So we'll actually be on TV too. So you can actually go to your big screen TV and watch it from there. Well, kind of strange because this screen, okay, this screen here is live on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube, watch it there. Later on this year, we're going to be getting our own Roku channel. So we'll be doing it live then also, along with a few other things that we're doing also. That ought to be fun and exciting for those of you that want to take control of your own money. All right, so number one, please make sure the company has dividends. Because after all, the name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. Hey, someone's just got here. Mercer, how you doing today? Dividend Stock Talk. Specifically, dividend is the first word in the group. Okay? Dividend Stock Talk. So we're looking at companies that have dividends. Why? Because a dividend is a portion of the company's profits they give back to the investors. And that is us. We are the investors. We buy stocks, we sell stocks, we become the investors. We own small. Anytime you buy a stock, 1, 100, 1,000, however many you buy, you own one stock, you are a shareholder. You have the rights to a portion of the company's profits. Now, there are 2 different kinds of companies. One is a dividend stock company, which pays out parts of the profits to the investors. That's us. Second one are growth stocks. Now, these companies take all their profits, put it back into the company for capital growth. So it goes up faster. That's it. But they don't share their profits. Now, I'm 61 years old. See, my money is going to come from somewhere. I could go back to work if I wanted to, but I don't. My first job was in 1973, 74, somewhere in that area. It's a little blurry. You wait till you get to my age. It's blurry. So I've been working for over 50 years, 5 decades. I'm entitled to take a step back and let the younger crowd come on in and take my place. I got no problem with that whatsoever. I think everybody should contribute to society in one way or another. So after you put in your years, your time, okay, put in your time, then you can retire. Okay, so the money that I have over the last 50 years of working has to last me for the rest of my life. Now, I'm too young for Social Security, but I'm going to start collecting in January. I paid in. I'm entitled to it. It's an entitlement. You know, I paid in. I'm supposed to get it back. Anyway, so remember I said this was created for my 9-year-old daughter? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. That's the 5 criteria I had to overcome. So I came up with 5 rules, and if everybody just remembers what the 5 rules are, everything can go by quicker and we can see a lot more stuff. Rather than me answering questions, especially silly questions, and taking a look at stocks that just don't fit. Companies, ready? Here's the 5 rules. Rule number 1. Never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to hold on to long term. If you're not okay with buying it, holding it for the rest of your days on your little vacation here on planet Earth, if you're not okay with that, don't buy it. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the game. So take a look at this, FedEx, the high's right here, 310. It dropped all the way down to 200. That's a 30% drop, a little bit more than 30%. If you're not okay with that, because that will happen, you will buy something and it will drop. Okay? Keep your head. Is the company profitable? Do I know who they are? Do I know what they do? Am I okay with owning them? Well, it's FedEx. You see a brown truck almost every day, except for Sundays, of course. But still, never Rule 1, never buy something you don't want to hold on to. Rule 2, never sell a loss. Rule number 3, this one boggles my mind. Not the rule itself, it's the fact that people don't pay attention to it. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Now, I like 2 decades. 2 decades, if you didn't know, is 20 years. Now, you may think that's a lot, but considering the stock market's been around for 400 years, I don't think 20 years is a lot to ask for. Rule 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. Now, me saying that apparently doesn't mean anything to some people, because they will ask me to take a look at something that doesn't fit. That's not profitable. And they like it because they like it. Well, we will get to that point. When we get to that point, I can almost guarantee that someone will be asking me to take a look at a stock that does not fit. 4, weekly options only. The only way I am going to get a weekly cash flow is by trading something that trades on a weekly basis. That is a weekly option. Okay, I don't buy options. I sell options. So I only do options on companies that I like and I would like to own long term. If they're profitable, great. If they have weekly options, double great. Okay? Rule number 5. Make sure all the numbers work. Now, what do I mean by that? Believe it or not, we're actually going to do a few trades tonight, and you will see, just like a good movie, everything comes together at the end and everything makes sense. So before the night's over, I want you to come up with one question only. Does it make sense? That's it. If it doesn't make sense, hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for participating. But for those of you that it does make sense, 1% a week is over 50% per year. And no, it's not a set it, forget it type thing. You actually have to work for it. Terribly sorry. If you're looking for a free lunch, this ain't it. If you're looking to buy something, have it shoot to the moon tomorrow, this ain't it. This is actually going to take some work. 5 or 10 minutes a day. It's like having a pet. Okay, you got a bird, a dog, a fish, a cat, whatever. You got to feed and water it every day. Okay? If you have a garden, flowers, vegetables, whatever, you got to feed, water it, and weed it every day. Okay? Funny thing is that people spend more time planning a barbecue or a night out than they do planning their own personal finances, which is kind of strange for me, because we're the only species on this planet that's got to pay to live here. And to the degree in which you want to live in a hut, fine. You want to live in a tent, great. You want to live in a condo on the beach, wonderful. You want to have a villa, wonderful. Whatever you want. Remember, the money's got to come from somewhere. And when you get to your expiration date, okay, you got three options. Okay, you're going to go to work one day and they're going to say, hold on, you are just too damn old, go home. That's aging out of the system when you become too old to continue working. Number two, you can take this job and shove. When you get enough money where your investments are paying more than your weekly job, you can tell your boss, hey, you know what you can do? That's number two. Number three, toe tag. Do you know what that means, toe tag? Yeah, that means you die at work, on your way to work, or your way home from work. I feel sorry for those people. I know a lot of them. Well, I should say I knew a lot of them. See, some kids that I went to school with, okay? Mike sat 2 seats behind me. That was Betsy, that was me, that was Deanna, and then there was Mike. Mike's gone. Okay, Tom's gone. Tom sat behind Mike. They're both gone. Because for whatever reason, they're just not here anymore. But that's not the point. The point is, whatever you decide to do with your life, you have to pay to live here. All right, so let's get moving. Let's keep the 5 rules in mind, especially that profitable one. Come on, there's over 300 companies that are consistently profitable. Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders. Now let's peek over Warren Buffett's shoulder, see what the old boy's doing. Okay, if it's good enough for Warren, I'll buy what Warren's buying. It doesn't bother me a bit. All right. First one on the list, FedEx. Now, I do everything's kind of like paint by numbers. 1 red, 2 blue, 3 green, 7 yellow, whatever. Paint by numbers, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. You'll see everything I do, it's always systematic. Always the same. Hey, Cockster, how you doing today? So think about it. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Okay, always 1, 2, 3. Very first step, come up with a list. Telsa, thank you. Number 1, come up with a list of stocks. Now, last week we checked, there was 10,700 different companies. That's a lot. Okay, next, you take whatever stocks you like out of all those 10,000. Okay, you pick whatever you like. ULTY. See, I knew it. Damn it. I knew it. We weren't even 15 minutes in and someone wants me to take a look at a piece of crap. ULTY, in my humble opinion, it's a piece of crap because the numbers just don't work. Okay, Lambo guy, we're going to take a look at that one. And yeah, I'm going to pick on you because you weren't listening. When I say never buy a company that's not consistently profitable. Now, ULTY may be profitable in your standards. Me, 2 decades. That's 20 years. ULTY hasn't been around long enough. But that's for me. I'll take a look at it and give you my opinion. Where were we? Okay, step 1, find stocks that you like. Step 2, throw them into a calendar. Why are we throwing them into the calendar? Well, take a look at this. Ooh, there we go. This here is what's called an EX dividend calendar. An EX dividend calendar tells you when a stock or a company is getting ready to pay their dividend. Why do we want that? Well, I don't know why you guys want it, but I'll tell you why I want it. Because each one of these little tiny green dots represents a company that's getting ready to share their profits. And guess what? If I buy the stock, if I own the stock, I get to have a share of that profits. But here's another thing that most people don't know. Just before the EX date, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. So the calendar tells me what stock to look at on what day. Okay? There's 12 months in the year, 4 quarters. First quarter is January, February, March. Second quarter, April, May, June. Third quarter, July, August, September. Fourth quarter, October, November, December. Every quarter has 13 weeks. 1 through 13, and then it starts over again. 1 through 13, and it starts over again. 1 through 13. Well, here's the interesting thing about that. Week number 1 of the first quarter looks the exact same as week number 1 of the second quarter. The same as the week number 1 of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Every 90 days, most of the stocks Most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. Some pay once a year, some pay twice a year, some pay 4 times a year, some pay every single month, 12 times a year. Well, for the most part, most stocks that I do pay every 90 days or every 13 weeks. So if I'm looking at the calendar, there's 4 dates to remember, 4 of them. Date number 1, let's pick a stock. Here we go, right there. Date number 1 is called the announcement date. That's when the company comes up, steps up to the microphone. Hey, is this thing on? Yeah. Okay. Hey, my name is James. This is what we made this year. This is how much money you're going to get and when you're going to get it. It's the announcement date. They're just telling you how much money they made and when you're going to get your share. Okay, that's what that means. Date number 2 is called the EX dividend date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. That is the important date. Reason being, if you want to collect the dividend, you have to buy it before that date. All these little green dots are the EX dividend dates. You find a good stock, what a BBW, I have no idea that. VC, FDUS, oh, what is that? Oh, HPE, that's Hewlett Packard. Macy's. Anyway, besides the point. Date number 3. Date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Plain and simple. If you want to collect the dividend, fine. You buy it before the EX date. Any day. If you want to buy PGR, it has a dividend on the 2nd. Which means if you want to collect it, you're going to buy it on the 1st, the 30th, the 18th, the 10th, 11th, 2nd, 16th, 15th, whatever. Before that date. The date of record. Okay? If you own the stock on the date of record, you are entitled to the dividend. Date number 4. Payment date. That's easy. That's just when you're going to get your money. So why do we use it? Because by looking at when they pay their dividend, I like to jump in 2 weeks before on a Monday. Because it gives the stock 2.5 weeks in order to make the move in which it normally does. Because most stocks, especially the ones that I like, consistently move up just before the dividend date. That being said, knowing when a stock is going to move, well, that's kind of important stuff. Because knowing that gives you a little bit of an edge. Now, I like to stack the odds and probabilities in my favor. Now, is it guaranteed? No. They have a tendency to go up before the EX date. So, step 1, find the stocks that you like. Step 2, throw them into the calendar. It tells you when to buy them or when to look at them. Step 3, look at the 1-year chart. Okay, that is going to give you an indication of where the stock is moving. Now, it takes me personally 3 to 4 seconds to take a look at a chart because I'm looking for 5 things specifically. That's it, just 5. Honestly, I really don't care about the numbers. I really don't, and people have a hard time comprehending that. Well, let me explain. Don't panic. What I'm looking for, 5 things. Where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And then what's the motion of the ocean, the flow of the river, the path through the woods, whatever you want to call it. What is it doing? Up, down, sideways. That's it, 3 to 4 seconds. That's all it takes me. You can take as much time as you want. But what are you looking for specifically? Well, number 1, I don't want to buy at the high of the year. I don't want to buy it as it's dropping. I want it to find the bottom, turn around, go back up again. Well, basically, this is what it did. Same thing. That's what I'm looking for. And it takes 3 to 4 seconds. Now, we will dive into that a little bit later, but that's the next step. Well, after we look at 3 to 4 seconds of the chart, the 1-year chart, we're going to go take a look at the numbers. Remember Rule 5, make sure all the numbers work. I don't need to see all 12, 6, okay. What I'm looking for here, well, number 1, I'm looking for the big number on the board. Now, you may not know what that is, but let me see if I can enlighten you. You ready? 231.75, 231.75, 231.75, 231.75. It's the only number that's on there 4 times. Well, because that's the last trade on Friday. That's it. That number will go down in history. What is the closing price on the week of whatever it was? Was it the 19th? Okay. What is the closing price on the week of the 19th? There it is right there. 231.75. So most likely tomorrow morning, that's probably what we're going to be paying for it, somewhere around there. That's the number I'm looking for. Remember, rule 5, make sure the numbers work. What am I buying it for? Now, I do what's called a covered call. Don't panic if you don't understand that. I will explain as the night goes on. Like I said, like a good movie, everything's going to come together. So, if this is what I'm buying it for, I'm going to buy it and sell it all in one trade, all at the exact same time. I want to get in, I want to get out, and I want to see my profit. Remember what I said, simple, safe, predictable? I'm going to get to that too. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. We'll talk about that one in a little bit, but here's the price. Now, a covered call, if you don't understand what one is, there are literally hundreds of videos explaining a covered call online. The closest strike price to the purchase price is 232.50. That's the closest one. Okay? So what is it selling for? $4. Let me see if I can explain that a little bit better. Okay, tomorrow morning when the market opens, if I buy at this price here, remember I said I want to sell it as soon as I buy it. I want to buy it and sell it. Now, a covered call is basically I'm buying the stock, which I own. Okay, so as I buy it, I own it. Now I can turn around and sell it to someone else within 1/10 of a second after I buy it. So why am I doing it? Let me explain. Okay, so I'm buying at this price. The closest one is right here. So if I buy it, I went to Illinois over the weekend, and it's a big oil town, especially in southern Illinois. A lot of oil wells everywhere. Geez, the smell of petroleum in the air was just gagging me. It's like, oh, how could people live there? But the people that lived there, that they were born there and they're used to that smell. It's like, ugh, I didn't like it. Anyway, still in my system because I just landed a couple hours ago. So I got off the plane, came home, didn't even get comfortable. I didn't even unpack yet, and here I am. All right, so the closest strike price to the purchase price is $232.50. Now, if I'm buying at this price, I'm selling at this price, I'm collecting what is called a premium. Now, let me explain that to you. The premium on the $232.50 is going for $4. Now, when I said simple, safe, predictable, consistent, okay, when I say consistent, which means I can do it every single week. So, 26 September, that's this Friday. 3 October, next Friday. 10 October, 2 Fridays out. 17 October, 3 Fridays. 24 October, 31 October, so on and so forth, every 7 days. So as I'm buying this stock, current price, very first thing I'm going to do, very first thing on my agenda is to sell it at a profit. $232.50. It's a little bit higher. I could always go to 230s, but let's do the 232.50s. It's paying $4. Now, what does that mean? That means I'm selling the right to someone to buy it from me anytime between tomorrow morning when they pay for it and then Friday afternoon when it expires, 26 October. So a covered call is basically I buy a stock, okay? I turn around, I sell it to someone else at a certain price by a certain date. So whoever buys that from me, they have all week long to do whatever they want. Once I sell it, I'm locked in. Now, I really honestly don't care. Believe it or not, I don't. My concern is the company profitable? Well, if they are, great. Are they in an upward trend? Yep, they are. Wonderful. Am I getting more than 1%? Yes, I am. How do you figure out 1%? Simple. Okay? This is going to be tricky for some of you, but let's listen. 231.75. 231.75. What is 1% of 231.75? 231. $2.31 is 1% of $231. It's actually that simple. Okay, what's 1% of $55? 55 cents. What's 1% of $75.32? 75 cents. 1% is 1%. That's my goal. I'm looking to collect this. I honestly don't care about this. I really don't. My concern is the company profitable? Is it in an upward trend? Is it okay if I buy it, hold it for the rest of my life until it hits this target? Well, my target is 232.50. Well, it's currently at 231.75. What, it's 75 cents off? It's FedEx. I know who the company is. I know what they do. They are consistently profitable. Okay? Here's the high. Here's the bottom. Now she's coming back up again. See, all these things are in my favor. Okay? So that's what I want. I want to get as many odds and probabilities in my favor so that I am consistently profitable. That's what I'm looking for. I'm 61. I could go back to work, but I don't want to. I've been working since 1973. That's a long time. 1974, one of those dates. It's a little foggy. Think about it. How far back can you remember? It's a little foggy. Okay, so anyway, once I figured out the chart's okay, the 1 year chart, the numbers are okay, now I'll go to the next step. And that, my friends, is taking a deeper dive in to the chart. Because if the chart didn't work, the 3-4 seconds, if it didn't work, if it didn't work there, no, I don't even want to bother to look at the numbers. So let's take a look at the chart now. For that, I'm going to need my glasses. Alrighty, first thing we want to do is a year ago, we're at 257. The high of the year was the end of November. That's 309. Now, we bottomed out in the second week of April. That was 194. That's the bottom of the year. But look what it did from the bottom of the year. Same 5 things. Same 5. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up. Great. Well, that works too. Well, now I want to get in a little bit deeper. I want to get to know what has it done in the last 4 weeks, with the last 30 days, the last month. Because the last month is going to give me a good idea. It's not guaranteed, but it gives me a good idea of where it's going next. You can plainly see, here's the bottom, and she's going up. That's easy to see. But I only want to be in for 5 days. So I want to get a little bit closer, and that's the last 30 days. 21st is today, so we're going to go all the way back to 8/21. Oh, 8/21, there it is right there. Okay, so this is the last 30 days. Let me open it up so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, here we go. I'm looking for the same 5 things, and it should take 3 to 4 seconds. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up. That's pretty easy, isn't it? But let's take a look a little bit deeper. The high is right here. The low is right here. And it's going up. So right now, we're here. Can it keep going up a little bit further? Yeah, it can. But how far has it gone up already? Well, from the bottom here, 222 to 231, that's $9. That's not even 10%. Yeah, this thing has plenty of space to keep on going. So that being said, this one fits everything I'm looking for. So now let's actually do it. Remember I told you we're going to do a couple of trades so you can see how it works? Well, let's do one on FedEx. Why not? It's FedEx. All right. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Now, I said I like the 232.50s. First thing I want to do is I want to change this right here to covered call or covered stock. Same thing. These are all the trading strategies. Yes, I know them. No, don't even ask. I'm not going to show you them. I give away one for free. Okay, I have to draw the line somewhere. And just to let you know, no, I'm not going to ask permission if I can sell you something at the end of the day. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. This is just education. That's all it is. It's not a tip. It's not advice. It's just education and observation. That's it. Okay. Stock, great. Let's see what it's doing. Okay. So covered calls, what I want to do right there. Now, I love Thinkorswim. The reason why I like it is you pick what you want to do and it presets everything for you. See, the order's right there. That little green line, that's the order. Now, I just want to do one contract, give you an idea of what one's going to cost. Okay, and once you know what one's going to cost, you can decide, well, can I do 7? Can I do 5? Can I do 2? Can I do 113? We're all different. We all have a different journey. We all have a different amount of money, so it's going to be different for everyone. Okay, I might do 10 or 12 contracts. You might do 5. Okay, the guy sitting next to you, he might do 115. We don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at the numbers. Let's read it. First thing you want to do is read it and understand what you're reading and what you're doing. Okay, this is what a covered call should sound like. By one covered call FedEx. 100, that's the weeklies. 26 September 25. That's this coming Friday. That means this option, whoever buys it, has between tomorrow morning and Friday afternoon at 3:59 p.m. to make up their mind. Okay, well, you bought the option. You're going to take the stocks, or you just, what are you going to do? Well, I really don't care. Number one, the company's profitable. Yeah, everything looks good for me. Wonderful. I got one more piece of the puzzle before I decide to do it. Okay, now remember why I said simple, safe, predictable. Do you remember that part? Simple, safe, predictable. Okay, predictable. Well, I know exactly what I'm going to make before I even do it. Because most people just buy the stock and wait for it to go up. And then they take the profits. No, not with a covered call. A covered call, I know what my profit's going to be before I even do it. So let's check it out. You ready? 26 September 25, that's this Friday. Here's 232.50. Remember, I'm buying it here. I'm selling it this price here. Okay? FedEx at the market to open. It's 2 trades, to open. I didn't stutter. I didn't repeat myself. To open. I'm doing 2 trades at once. Trade number 1, buying the stock. That gets sent to New York. That's where the stock market is. Trade number 2, I'm selling the option for someone to buy it from me. That gets sent to Chicago. Chicago Board of Options Exchange, CBOE. So you get Chicago over this way, the option orders go there, and the stock orders, they go to New York. Okay, fine. What am I profiting? $487.50 per contract. 1 contract, that's what I'm getting. 5 contracts, that's what I'm getting times 5. Okay, so 1 is going to be that. You just multiply it by 5. Well, how much is it costing me? Well, to find out the rate of return, we take the profit, $487.50, and we divide it by the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees. What's it cost? Think of it this way. Okay, we are creating, or we are buying what I consider as a weekly cash producing asset. Think of it like a vending machine, one of those coin operated laundry machines, a gumball machine, candy machine. Okay, you're paying $22,763 for this little vending machine. And this vending machine is going to give you X amount of dollars every single week. Now, it's not going to be the exact same every week because the stock prices go up and down, up and down, up and down. But I'm able, because 26 September, 3 October, 10 October, 17 October, so on and so forth, I can do this every single week and create weekly cash flow right up until it hits my target of $232.50. So if the stock goes down, I just adjust my strike price. If the stock goes up, thank you, I'll take the profits and I'll go on to the next one. Or I'll take that position, I'll push it into next week and maybe get a little bit more out of it. There's always choices to do to avoid losing any money. Christopher, thank you. So always keep in mind there is a back door. There is. If the stock drops, well, great. What's my back door? What do I do next? Well, number 1, don't panic, because stocks do go up and down. You're going to buy something and it's going to drop. You're going to buy something and it's going to shoot to the roof. Okay, It is going to happen. If you think you're going to buy something and it's going to go up, well, you're being delusional because they can go either way. It's going to go three ways. Okay, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, or it's going to stay the exact same. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. It's either going to go up or down, or it's going to stay right where it is. So what I'm looking for, I'm going to buy it first thing in the morning. I'm going to sell it first thing in the morning. I'm going to collect this first thing in the morning. And then I just sit and wait until Friday. Because I'm selling the option 26 September. That means this option is going to expire this coming Friday. Do I make my profit? Do I not make my profit? What's going to happen? Well, we can't answer the questions of Friday on a Sunday night. We actually have to wait for Friday to get here. But here's the kicker. Friday's coming whether you want it to or not. Okay, tick tock, it ain't stopping for anybody. Okay, you think I want to be 61? Hell no, I'd rather be back in my 20s and 30s. I had so much fun. My life was great in the 20s, in my 20s, not the 1920s. Somebody's thinking that, I know it. All right, so to find out the rate of return, remember, I'm looking for 1% every single week. So find out the rate of return of this trade right here. Well, let's figure it out. For that, we're going to need the calculator. And the calculator, we're going to take the profit, 487.50, put it into the calculator, 487.50. And then we're going to divide that by our investment, because that's how you figure out your rate of return. If I'm putting in this much money, hey, Tracy sent me a message. Thank you, Tracy. Take the profit, 487.50, and divide it by my investment. Well, the investment's 22,763. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. There are other companies like $3, $4, $5, $10, $20. Well, this stock is $231 per share. If it's a little overpriced for you, well, look at stocks that are less. Macy's, I think, is what, 15? Kohl's is what, 17, 20, somewhere in that area? Anyway, we're going to divide it by the cost of the investment, 763. All righty, check that out, 2.1%. That's for 1 week. So if I buy it first thing tomorrow morning, I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me. Now I own FedEx. Okay, wait a second. I got somebody over here making noise. Who's over here making noise? Okay, I got a question too. Oh, Mercer, thank you. Okay, yep, he beat me to it. He muted himself. Anyway, so 2.1% if you like FedEx. And that's the tough one for everyone to find out. Now, remember I told you we'll get back to that no way to lose type scenario? All right, I had to write it down. It looks good. 2.1 looks good, and it's FedEx. Okay, you will notice, now some of you might be new here, some of you might have been here before, okay? I do the same stocks over and over and over again. Now, let me clarify a few things. Number one, if you think you're talking to me through a text, an Instagram, a Snapchat, what are those other things? Telegram, or any of those things. If you think you're talking to me via an email, text, or whatever, you're not, okay? I'm here live every single night. And every single night, I say, you may not be here when I say it, but I do say it every single night. If you want to have a chat with me, go to my website or just send me a DM with your number, and I personally will call you. I love talking to people. I do. I like helping people out. You, at some point, not everyone, but most of you, at some point, you'll get to that point in life where you say, you know what? I think I want to share what I know. Well, 2 years ago, I said, you know what? I don't want to take what I know to my grave. So I wanted to share it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing information. I'm also creating a video diary for my children and my grandchildren, because I'm not delusional. Okay? I will be gone at some point. What I'm taking with me, well, I want to leave it here for my children and my grandchildren to take advantage of it. So all these videos will be put into a vault for my children and my grandchildren to figure out what they want to do. Okay? Because they're not going to inherit anything unless they can prove to the executor of my estate that they know how to invest money properly. I've seen people inherit money all the time. Okay, I've seen some girl inherit 450,000, and in a year it's gone. Okay, my niece, she won 15 million in a scratch-off ticket. 2 years later, she's back working 9 to 5 because she's broke. Okay, if you don't know what you're doing with your money, you shouldn't have it. Don't be surprised if it gets taken away from you. Okay? All right. Now, what did we want to take a look at? Haliburton. Dylan wanted to take a look at Haliburton. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's go back to that. Go back to this. And let's quickly put up Haliburton. Now, I'm going to hit the enter button. Okay? I'm going to hit the enter button. And you guys, see how quick you can read the chart. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction it's going? Should take 3 to 4 seconds. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? High, low, was, is, sideways, down, sideways. Didn't take that long, did it? Now, it's not at the high. See the high right here? It's not at the bottom right here. It's going up slowly. Well, I'm okay with that. Now, next, I want to take a look at the numbers. Is it giving me 1% or is it not giving me 1%? Okay, so if FedEx was a little too much for you, well, this one's only 22 bucks. Okay, 22.50. All right, 22.51, 22.51, 22.51. Okay, so 22.51, the closest strike price. Come on, this is an easy one. Closest strike price to 22.51, 22.50. And it's going for 40 cents. That's a smidge below 2%. Well, number one, do you know who Haliburton is? Number two, do you like the company? Are you okay with owning it? Well, number three, do you like the price? $22.51. Are you okay with buying it and selling it at $22.50, which is 1 penny less than when you paid for it, but it's going to give you close to 2% for the week? Well, let's check it out. Now, the number looks okay. The one-year chart looks okay. So now let's look at the 90-day chart and the 30-day chart to see where is it going next. And does it make sense to jump on this little choo-choo train and take it for a ride? Well, let's find out. A year ago, Haliburton's at $29.91. Let's call it 30. The high of the year was the end of November last year, 32.57. Well, we got that TDS. You're going to see almost every stock has a bottom in the second week of April. Okay? If you don't know what that is and why that's significant, I'm not going to go into it because I try not to get into politics. But here's your bottom here. Okay? High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up. Well, that's pretty simple. Well, let's zoom into 30 days and see what direction do we think it's going next. Well, we can all see this. Here's the bottom, and it's going this direction. And it's Haliburton. Well, let's find out the last 30 days. 821. Right there. Okay, so here's your last 30 days. Same thing. Not that difficult. Take a closer look. Your 30-day high, your 30-day bottom, shoots up, pulls back, and goes up again. Here's where we are right now. Nice upward trend. 22.50, 22.50, 40 cents. Well, let's do Haliburton also because everything looks good. So let's run it and see what it sounds like. Let's see what it looks like. $22.50, there it is. One contract. La 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 la. Market, here we go. And here's Johnny. Buy one. Covered call Haliburton 100. That's the weeklies. 26 September 25. That's this coming Friday. $22.50. Haliburton at the market to open. Here's my profit, $43.50. So the profit's less because the stock's only 22 bucks. But that doesn't tell us what my rate of return is. Okay? Profit, $43.50. Investment, $22.07. So let's plug it into the calculator. Come out, wherever you are. Okay, 43, 50 divided by 2207. 1.9. 1% per week is 50% per year. 1.9, well, that's over 100% per year. Now, when's the last time you doubled your money in a year? Now, this is not going to happen, willy-nilly. You actually have to put some effort into it. Okay, for my 9-year-old daughter, it was 10 minutes a day. That's where we came up with the name, The 10-Minute Trader. Okay, because see, I've been trading for almost 30 years. Okay, my first 10, 15 years really weren't that great. It wasn't until my 9-year-old said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? That I come up with this strategy. Well, it's just been so successful, I really do anything else. Because I don't want to sit in front of the computer. I don't. I want to get in, make my trades, and go on my day. Okay, well, who do we have over here? Rodney! Who are you talking to? What app should I use to start trading first? How can you talk about stocks at a time like this? Okay. Thank you, Rodney. Rodney, I don't want to get into politics, so I'm going to respectfully not answer that question, if you're okay with that. Now, how can I talk about stocks at a time like this? Well, it's Sunday night. I've been talking about stocks Sunday night for the past 20 years. Okay, just because someone died doesn't mean the world's going to stop. Now, I did respect the person, and I have the utmost respect for that person. I do. But I'm not going to let it interfere with my life because people die every single day. They do. Okay, why are we concentrating on one? Well, let's keep moving on. I'm not going to address it. But I hear what you're saying, Rodney. Okay? All right, so anyway, that's Haliburton, 1.9. I'm going to write that one down. Okay, so let me just clarify. Number one, it's not a tip. Number two, it's not a suggestion. Number three, you do what you want. You do your own research. If you like it, fine. You do your research to make sure it makes sense for you. Okay, so that's 2 down. Cool beans. So now I get to pick on what's his name? Because apparently he wasn't listening. But I tell people, if you put a stock up, I'll take a look at it and I'll give you my opinion. 98 Capri wants to take a look at Rage. I have no idea who the heck Rage is. Okay, so when it says we cannot find this symbol, that means it's got to be a stock that's not on the U.S. stock market. So that's automatically going to be a no. Sorry. So now I'm going to pick on Lambo guy because he likes ULTY. ULTY. Alrighty, so here we go, ULTY. Here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. So it's going up off of this bottom here. It's at 567. Okay. So the 567, change this. We got to change that so I can get the right numbers. There we go. What is the closest strike price to 567? It's going to be 550. And it's going for 10 cents. But I'm losing 15 cents right off the top. See, I'm buying it at 565, selling it at 550, which means I'm losing 15 cents off the top, and the market maker's only going to give me 10 cents. That's a -5. That's a hell no. Not only that, I'm not even going to bother go looking at the dividends that you know what? Let's do it. What? Okay, let's do it. Bum, 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 bum. Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance. Now, you should have at your little fingertips access to a financial website to find out details of the stocks you are thinking of. ULTY. So, we're going to take a look at ULTY and we're going to see how consistent or what the dividends look like that they have been paying. So give it a couple of seconds, it will pop up. I do have a new computer, which I probably should jump into, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Come on, what's taking so long? There it is right there. The first thing I want to do is I want to go to historical data. Now, historical data is going to give me the data stream. The data stream is the opening, the high, the low, the close, and the dates. Okay, so here it is. Yield Max Ultra Option Income Strategy ETF, ULTY. All right, well, come on, let's go, let's go. It's still buffering. Kind of weird because I got a brand new modem and a brand new, what do you call that other thing? Router. New router, new modem, and yet we're still waiting and watching. Peace, love, and level of downside protection. Okay, I have no idea what that means, but alrighty. All right, here we go. Now, remember I told you this is the data stream? The date, the open, the high, the low, the close, the adjusted close, and the volume. It's the 5 things you're looking for. The opening price, the high of the day, the low of the day, the close, and how many shares were traded. Well, I want to go right to the dividends to see, is this company consistently profitable? Well, let's check it out. Okay. Dividends only. And I want to take a look at all of them. So here we go. See, the problem I have with ULTY is this company's not even 2 years old. March 14th, 2024. It's not even 2 years old. Why are you getting all excited about a company that's 2 years old? Most companies don't make it past 3 to 5 years. This thing's not even 2 years old yet. 1 in 100 company will make it to 5 years or 10 years. So let's check out the numbers, just in case you're wondering how profitable this company is. Now, 106 is the first. 141, well, that's good. The third one, 127. Now, that went backwards. I don't know about you, but when a company makes less money than they previously did, think about it. They made less money than they why the hell? But hold on, it actually gets worse. It does. 106, 141, higher. 127, lower. 113, lower. 99, lower. 78, lower. 98, higher. 82, lower. 83, higher. $70, lower. $57, lower. $53, lower. $46, lower. $10, lower. $9, yeah, hell no. See, I don't care what you do with your money. Really, really don't. But for me, I don't ever want to put my money into a company that is losing money. It went from 82 cents to 83 to 70 to 57 to 53, 46 to 10 to 9. No, 8.5. Well, that's even freaking worse. This is the part where I say, what the hell are you thinking, brother? Why are you putting your money into a company that's consistently losing? Okay, a company that makes money, these numbers should get higher and higher and higher as the time goes by. See, you should be making more money this year than you did last year, and more money last year than you did the year before. Well, this is it. Oh, no. See, I knew there's someone. It wasn't even 15 minutes into the night, and someone comes up with a company that is losing money, and they think it's a good thing. Not me. I'm terribly sorry. No to ULTY. No, and double hell no. All righty. What else do we have here? Okay, so, do you remember what I said earlier? We're live streaming on 9 different channels. So if I don't get to your question as quickly as you want me to, I'm going to apologize now, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different screens. Now the 9 down here, I don't have access to those. I have no idea. Prove that I'm human. Drag this over and fill the puzzle piece right there. There you go. All right. So why? Oh boy. All right, that was Lambo, dude. Corey, how you doing? Dude, bingo cheese options. Danny, the Ville. Okay. FedEx and UPS both. Okay, Danny. We did FedEx. How about UPS? Danny wants to take a look at UPS. UPS. Okay. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Sideways, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's at 84.06. 84, 84, 128. That's over 1% if you like UPS. Thawkins, that's UPS. It has brown trucks. Okay, sorry, the UPS has brown trucks. FedEx has the white ones. Okay, my mistake. I never said I was perfect. Oh, got to prove I'm normal on this one too. Right there. Okay. Eric, BBY. BBY. Uh-oh, look at that right there. Okay, well, you missed your opportunity there, brother. Look at that. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down. So the top right there, now she's coming back down again. Don't get me wrong, I like BBY, but I'm going to sit and wait and watch, because as soon as this finds the bottom, it will turn around and go back up again. Okay, it did it right here. Bottom, turn around, went up. Okay, bottom, turn around, went up. Bottom, eventually, it might be tomorrow, it might be the next day, it might be the next day, but not this week. Sorry, Eric. What do we have over here? Okay, Yugi Justy. Okay, Wake Golda. What's going on? Shishi Show. How are you? Back again. All right, let me get the chair so I can get comfortable and read some of these questions. Because I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring your questions, so let's take a few of those. Alrighty. Benjamin, SPY puts. Okay, I don't do puts, but okay. Steve Wilder, good evening. Marwab Breathwork. Mawabri Breathwork. Okay, whatever. Thank you. Hey, Rod, let's check GLD. What the heck is GLD? Isn't that one of those gold thingies? All right. Who said this one? A-Rod. A-Rod, I'm going to say no. Only because, A-Rod, I don't buy anything at the high. Okay? That's a time for selling. Buy low, sell high. Now, I don't know where you got the impression to buy high, and what are you waiting for? To get higher? I don't. Because you never know. Me personally, I don't buy anything at the high. It just doesn't make sense to me. Let's keep on keeping on. Chasing jackpot. What's going on? Do you use support and resistance? Yes, I do. I'm confused for some reason. Logan, can't help you out if you're confused. Okay, Corto, I honestly, I appreciate your concern, but I have no intention whatsoever doing any political crap. None. Can't wait to hear good picks. Well, we already looked at two. Did we look at two or three of them already? You haven't said hi. Hey, Logan, how are ya? All right, W-E. Wait, you haven't said hi to anything. Yeah, Logan already got that one. Yep. Mark, how are you? John Werner, good evening. Welcome back. Thank you. Chasing Jack. James, I changed my channel name. I used to be Chasing Jack. Okay. Loveth. Okay, I'm not even going to get into that one either. Hey, James, hope you had a great weekend. It was lovely. I threw 45 at Cracker Barrel stock, hoping it would pull of a rebrand. Am I crazy? Okay, Dance God, I have no idea. What is Cracker Barrel's ticker symbol? Okay, give me Cracker Barrel's ticker symbol. We'll take a quick glance at it. A-Rod, noted that. A-Rod. Jack M, good evening. Steve Wilder, good evening to you. A-Rod, thank you. George, check him. Pam, ma'am. Pam Man Williams. Okay. Hoax, how are you? I found another account. Oh, yeah, there's about 30 accounts. Oh, in case I forget, there are about 30, 35 people pretending to be me. So remember where I said you get a text, an email, or a WhatsApp, or Snapchat, or anything. You get anything from me saying I got a great thing for you. That's not me. Okay. I have way too much. I have way too many people sending me emails, making phone calls to do any of that stuff. Okay. So if you don't talk to me personally, I mean, you hear me speaking. Okay. You know when you answer the phone what I sound like. That's me. I don't do any of that stuff. All right. So if you want to have a conversation, send me a DM. Okay. It's whatever channel you're on. There's 9 different channels. Whatever channel you're on, somewhere there's a bio. In the bio, that will have a way of contacting me. Okay. Mackenzie, MDA. Uh-oh. Jim, MDA. What is MDA, Jim? Okay, Jim, it has no options. You see that right there? No options. Yep, we're not going to do that one. Sorry, brother. How do I see this calendar? Oh, Christopher, the calendar you're looking for is part of Think or Swim. Now, I don't get any compensation whatsoever from Charles Schwab. Now, I use it because I like it and it works for me. I've been using it for over 20 years. Well, because it just works for me. Okay, and it, Mirror, thank you for that. So the calendar is on Think or Swim. Christopher, Gator, how are you? Crunko, Run for the Hill, back again, 3-step. What is it? Where it's going? Do I like it? Yep. Do you have 2 TikToks? Alex, I do have 2 TikToks. One is Dividend Stock Talk. The other is The 10MinuteTrader. Okay, 2 different approaches. One is for dividend stocks. The other one's kind of like dividend capturing 2.0. We'll get to that one a little bit. Wakita, Shishisho, Christopher, user, what's the expiration date? Okay, what's the expiration date? The expiration date. What is he talking about, expiration date? There's an EX dividend date. I know that one. I tried to catch. Christopher, I don't know what that means. Talk, buy more. Okay, no idea what that means. Christopher, I try to catch you every time you're live. This is information is very valuable and you're giving it away. And? And? Yes, I am giving it away. Because remember what I said? I'm at the point in my life where money has a different value to me than most of you. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you'll get there eventually. Okay, when you get to retirement age, and after you've been retired for a while, okay, money. Ooh, I'm going to quote, what is it? That movie from, it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Conan the Barbarian. There comes a time in every man's life where diamonds cease to sparkle. Jewels lose their luster. Gold is, I forget what he says. But anyway, what he's saying is at some point in time, money is going to change the meaning because it gets meaningless after a while. When you have enough and when you have more than enough, it changes the meaning for you. So I'm at the point where I want to help other people out because I was brought up poor. I was brought up with welfare in the 60s. There were 6 of us in a 2-bedroom home. My mother was, divorced. My dad never paid child support. Okay, so, my life, I had a great life. Don't get me wrong. No hardships or anything. Like nobody ended up in jail. No, nobody died or anything like that. But we didn't have any money. We didn't know what poor was like until my classmates, not my friends, because all my friends were in the same position I was in. Okay, but my classmates, they have a tendency to tell you, you're poor, you can't do anything. You can, I'm getting an ice cream. Let's remember that Eddie Murphy skit. I'm getting ice cream, you can't afford it. Yeah. Remember that? That was me, okay? Yeah. Anyway, Tuck, thank you. Christopher, thank you. Pre-market, Tuck. Not everybody has access to pre-market. Some people do, some people don't. Okay, so if you do have access to pre-market, it's a different story. Okay, different trading rules, pre-market and post-market. I'm talking about just the regular market. 9:30 in the morning until 4 p.m. Mirror, thank you. Oh, got another one. Thank you, Mirror. Let's keep on going. Mark B, how are you today? Marty. Oh, Misty Moon Sweet. Lovely name. Mark, how you doing? Real Paradise. APLD. APLD. No. See, I find this interesting. Now, Real Paradise, when I say never buy something you don't understand or you don't know, why are we looking at this? I mean, think about it. Okay, you might be all happy and proud that you bought it wherever, now it's at the high of the year. What the hell good is that going to do us? I don't ever buy anything at the high, so why the hell am I looking at this? It's like, the only reason I'll be looking at this, say, all right, I'll be looking at that in another 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, I'm going to write it down 2 weeks from today, because that ain't doing us any good this week at all. APLD. APLD. 2 weeks from today. We'll take a look at it then, because see, here's the bottom here. She shoots up, profit taking, shoots up, profit taking, up, profit taking, up, profit taking, up. Well, profit taking's right around the corner. How much profit taking is there going to be? And if it does have profit taking, well, it's got to hit the bottom, turn around, go up. Hit the bottom, turn around, go up. Hit the bottom, turn around, go up. Same thing. Okay, they go up, they come back down again. Because stocks go up, people take profits. It's just plain and simple. So why are we looking at it? Yeah, we'll look at it again in 2 weeks. I ain't going to do anything with it this week. Let's keep on keeping on. It's Ben said. Ben, how are you today? Uh-oh, Cincinnati wants to take a look at Kroger. I like me some Kroger. It's going to be another one. Exact same thing. But here's the thing, Cincinnati. Okay? The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down. So it's coming down now. Friday, let's zoom into that a little bit closer so you get a better view of it. Okay, Friday, right here, that's the new bottom. Now, we don't know if tomorrow it's going to be lower or is she going to start that turn and go back up again. No, I like Kroger. Kroger pays a nice number. Look at it, 65.58. The 66 is going for 50. The 65 is going for 102. Do you like the company? Is it the right time? Now, I like Kroger. I do. But it's not the right time to buy it. Look at the last 30 days. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She's going to find a new bottom tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. So why don't we just keep looking at it until it finds that bottom, turns around, goes up. Finds the bottom, turns around, goes up. Uh-oh. All righty. All right, what else we got here? Not for you. Good answer. Politics, stay out of it. This is investing. Absolutely. Thank you. D, how are you doing? User 1761. When do you exactly place the order for Friday's expiration? Monday morning. Okay. I don't buy options, I sell them. I buy the stock, I sell the option. I really don't care about the stock price. This is weird. A lot of people don't get this. Okay. All right. Get this position over here. See, I really don't care about the stock price. I don't. And the reason I don't care about the stock price is my main concern, consistency of profitability. Weekly options, preservation of my capital. I don't have the luxury of being wrong. Now, some of you guys aren't retired yet, so you don't know what that means. See, when you're retired, you no longer work for a paycheck. My money comes from my ability to take a look at a stock and say, do I like it or do I not like it? Okay, where is it going next? Okay, now I'm not saying I'm right all the time. I'm not. And when I'm not right, I'll tell you exactly what stupid thing I did. And I do a lot of stupid things. But I'm more consistently profitable than not. Okay, most of my trades are usually profitable. I'll give you for an example. All right, let's go here for a second. Glasses, so I can see. That's one of the things that sucks about getting old. All right, here's the website, in case you're wondering, The10MinuteTrader. Oh, look, you can go right here and book a call. And I will call you, me personally. All right, this is what I want to show you right here. Weekly trades 2025. Now, these are all the trades I've done this year. Now, I haven't updated yet. I haven't done last week's trades, but here we go. You can zoom on down, pick any one. Let's pick this one right here. Click on it. Every single trade I do, time-stamped, buy, sell, whatever it was, how many, what was the stock, Riley, Hertz, Kroger. Hey, what were we just looking at, Kroger? Kroger, Macy's, Harley Davidson, Devon Energy. Everything I do is listed online in 3 accounts. I have 7, but I only list 3 of them for you guys to look at. Now, if you take a look at the 3 different accounts, this is week 24, June 9th through June 13th. That's week 24 for the year. There's 52 weeks in the year. That's week 24. Count them all these trades. Okay, that's just 1 week. That's only 3. I have 7. So I've done over 1,500 trades this year. I've only lost on 4 stocks. That's it. 1,500 trades. I lost on 4 because what I'm doing, it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. What I'm looking for is just 1%. I'm not looking to shoot to the moon on anything I do. I want to make sure whatever trade I do, I want to make sure it makes sense, number 1. And I want to make sure all the odds and probabilities are in my favor. Number 1, when are they paying their dividend? Is the dividend coming up? And is the stock turning into that direction? Well, great. If I know that, well, that's one little bit in my favor. Well, next is the covered call. It's a simple, safe trading strategy. It's so safe, you can actually do it in your IRA. There's a lot of trades you cannot do in your IRA. Well, a covered call, you can. It's simple, it's predictable. I know exactly what I'm going to make before I make it. So if the numbers don't work for me, no. Remember, rule 5, make sure all the numbers work. Now, as we do, we're going to do a few more before the night's over. It's only 10 o'clock. We got 1 more hour to go. So we're going to show some more, and you'll see, does the numbers work? Is it a stock that I like? And these are very important questions because the rules are simple. Remember, my daughter was 9 years old. Say, Daddy, can you teach me? Well, number 1, most adults don't even understand this. They don't quite get it. So how am I supposed to teach a 9-year-old? Well, the rules were simple. Never buy something you don't want to hold on to. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company's profitable. Weekly options only, and make sure the numbers work. Well, it's actually simple. And all this is done in less than 10 minutes a day. You wake up, what am I looking at? Because if you go back to the calendar, and then we're going to take a look at the list of stocks. List right there. No, not that one. This one right here. Okay. So here's the calendar for September 25. Okay, we're in the 21. 21 is right here. So tomorrow, Cincinnati Financial has its dividend. MDT, Medtronics. Next week, what do we have? Oh, Ben Franklin, Illinois Toolworks, Nucor, Cardinal Health, Fortis, Roper. Okay, these companies, each one of these little green dots you see, okay? Each one of those companies has consistently increased their profits for 25 years. That's a quarter of a century. 25 years. And it's not up, down, up, down. No. Each one higher, higher and higher and higher. Okay, so to be a dividend king, you have to make more money this year than you did the last 24 years. That means year 1, make this higher, 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 higher. Consecutively increasing every single year. To be a dividend king, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders. Consistency of profitability. There's about 300 of them. Why the hell wouldn't you want to buy those stocks? Microsoft's on that list. Home Depot, Lowe's, Wells Fargo, Target. There's a whole bunch of them. There's over 300. Kroger's on the list. Hold up. All right, let's keep on going. Where was I? Uh-oh. What website is that? Beats by Blitz. Beats by Blitz. This is not a website. It's actually a trading platform called Think or Swim. All right, what do we have over there? Good answer, Paul. D, UEC. What the hell is UEC? I never heard of that before. Let's put it in, UEC. UEC. Uranium Energy Corporation. What boggles my mind is when I say I don't buy at the high, and you're showing me something that's at the high. Why? Why are you showing me that, D? Seriously. There's not an opportunity for me to jump in there and make money on that. I mean, why are we looking at something we're not going to do? Rodney Jackson, how can you talk about... Okay, got that one. Show some respect. Okay, Rodney, I'm not going to get into that conversation with you. You have something good to say it. Okay, don't do the politics things with me. I just don't want to hear it. All those high yield dividend funds like ULTY, TSLY, CLM, OXLC, all will fall dramatically in time. All right, Gabriel, not really a question, but okay. Okay, Tuck wants to take a look at Doc. They pay monthly? No. Okay, Doc, DOC. Okay, Tuck, take a look at this, Doc. Do you remember I said rule number 4? Weekly options only. October, November, January, April, December. These are monthly. That means they have a stock option once a month. Okay, you realize once a month means 12 times a year. So if I'm getting 1 to 2% on every single trade that I do, because that's what I'm looking for, I want simple, safe, quick in, quick out, 1%. Well, 1% 12 times a year is only 12 to 24% a year. Well, if I'm getting 1 to 2% every trade and I'm doing weeklies, that's 52 times a year. There's nothing wrong with getting 12 to 24%. Some of you be happy with that. Well, I've been doing this long enough that it doesn't interest me anymore. I just don't do monthly. When I say weekly options only, there's a reason for it. Okay, number 1, I don't like monthlies. They don't pay the same. And you have to guess, where is this thing going to be in I'll give you a for instance. Okay. 30 days ago, we're down here. Okay, she went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Great. Now tell me where is it going to be in 30 days? It's not that easy figuring out 30 days because that's a lot of trades. That's a lot of days. Well, how am I supposed to figure out where it's going to be in 30 days? It's hard enough to figure out 5 days. You want me to figure out 30 days. Hold on. It gets worse. It really does. It's currently at 1847. All right, so let's take a look at the 1847 for the very next dividend. 1750, that doesn't even have one. But look at this. 1750 is going for $1.10. Well, if I'm buying it at 19, that's the price right there, and I'm selling it at 1750, well, I'm losing $1.50, right? If I buy it at 19, I sell at 1750, and it's paying 110. The difference between 19 and 1750 is $1.50. Right? So if I take $1.50 off this 110, Now I'm down 40 cents, and I still have to hold it for four weeks. And if I go to the next one out, the 20s are going for 0. I don't like monthlies. The numbers just aren't the same. They just don't pay the same. And no, I just don't. Rule 4, weekly options only. Okay, Tuck? Gabriel, about what percentage of your portfolio is used to do weekly options? Gabriel, before Trump came in office, it was 90 to 95% because people didn't panic. Okay, but when Trump came in office in April, he says something stupid and everybody panics and everything drops. That's TDS day, the second week in April, where you'll see it almost every single stock. Okay. Oh, that one's interesting. See right here? That big drop right there? That's the second week of April. When Trump said tariffs, everybody panicked and the stock market dropped like a rock. Well, alrighty then. So since then, now it's about 70 to 80%. So 70% to 80% of all my money is invested at all times. I got to leave 20 to 25% available for when he says something stupid again and people panic. Because he's going to. Because that's who he is. He says stupid shit and people react and they panic. Tony, would you recommend a call for SoFi to hit 30 expiration date September 26th? Tony, I don't buy options. I only sell them. So if you're asking me about questions of buying an option, I can't answer that one because it goes against what I do. Okay? Yes. My other guy says it will. Okay, good for you. Oh. Hold on a second. What do we have here? Not for you wants to take a look at Merck. I have no idea where you see the dividend history in Thinkorswim. Okay, not for you. You don't see the dividend history in Thinkorswim. You have to go to a financial website to find that out. MRK. Now, I actually do have some. I think I have some MRK. I might have sold them over the weekend. I don't know. Well, there's MRK right there. See the highs way up there, 118. We bought them down at 70. Now she's up, down. Now she's going back. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, this one's worth getting up for. It's worth getting up for. I do have a lot more questions I want to answer, but this looks pretty good. Look at this. You got your high here, your low here. That's where it was. This is where it is. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. This area right there, that's the part that looks good. Okay, it looks good. So what's the number? 81.51. So we'll look at the 82s. It's going for 101. Well, that's over 1%. So let's get a closer look. The high of the year was a year ago, 118.26. Well, we dropped down to the bottom right here in mid-May, and that was 73.41. Okay, same thing. Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's up, down, up, down, up. That's what I want to look at right there. That's last week. What is it doing now? Okay, let's go to the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago, here we go. 30 days ago, we're here at 85. We shoot up to 88. Profit taking, so you get your high, profit taking, back up, back down, back up, back down. Here's the new bottom right there. Now you have 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. That is what I'm looking for. Now I like Merck, I really do. And I'm going to write this one down because I like Merck and I know I got to buy a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow and this might be one of them. Might be. So let's take a look at Merck. Let's get rid of this. Covered call. Now I'm going to do the 82 right there. One contract at 82 right there. Market, here we go. And here's Johnny. Whoa, wrong pen. Don't want to draw on my screen. Buy one covered call marked 100. That's the weeklies. 26 September. That's this coming Friday. The $82 call option. Remember, I'm buying it at what was the price? $81.81. That's the current price right now, $81.81. And I'm selling it for $82. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? If I'm buying it for $81.81, I'm selling it for $82. This is what I'm going to collect, $123. It's costing me $8,000. Well, what's that rate of return? Does it look like a good rate of return? Well, let's find out. 123.50 divide 8,077. 8,077. 1.5%. Got to write that one down. But here's the question you need to ask yourself. Number one is, does it make sense? Number two is, do I like Merck? And that's a valid question. If you don't know who they are, if you don't know what they do, well, why would you buy them? It makes sense, right? If you don't know who the company is, if you don't know what they do, why put your money there? It's just a simple question. Okay. More questions. 1.5. I like that. 1.5 for Merck. Next, Jack wants to take a look. Ooh, Brandon wants to take a look at Harley Davidson. Let's take a look at Harley Davidson. Now we got a whole bunch of Harley Davidson last year. We haven't really done much with Harley Davidson this year. I mean, we bought it this year, but not a huge amount. H-O-G. No, see, that was quick, wasn't it? Brandon, do you see how quick that was? Right there. See, here's your bottom, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, now it's pulling back. So Harley Davidson, we might put it on the list for 2 weeks. Let's do that. Let's put Harley Davidson. I'll put Harley Davidson on for next week. We'll take a gander at it. Okay. Jake wants to take a look at Hertz. Now, I do own a bunch of Hertz at the moment, HTZ. Not the time to jump in, but take a look. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's at 680. Okay, you can buy it for 7, sell it for 730. That's 4%. If you like Hertz. Well, look at this. Your bottom's here at 5, and she shoots up to 7. That's $2. Now, you may not think that much of that, but let's zoom in a little closer. Okay. So here's your bottom right here. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up. Now, she did have quite a bit of profit taking. She went from 520 to 640, back down again to 6. Now she's up to 7. Okay, well, she might keep going up to do the 7s, pick up 4. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to write that one down too. Because I like Hertz. I actually own some, so why not? HTZ. All right. Riley, good evening. Daniel Jacob, what's going on? Haircut Talk Show. Godfrey for real. Bachler, what's going on? User 176166. You mean you buy stocks for Friday's expiration and sell covered calls for Friday expiration as well? Please explain. I'm not quite sure how to explain what you just explained. So I'll buy the stock on a Monday, sell the covered call that expires on a Friday. Well, you just explained the whole thing. Does Tabasco have a stock? I don't know. Buy low, sell high, don't lose money. Ultra being, cool beans. Godfrey, thank you. All right, so that's it for over here. Got all those questions out of the way. Okay, Mike G. Mikey G says, when you say 1%, you mean how much you make per week? Yeah, 1% per week. So look at it this way, Mike G. If I have, but let's say 20,000, okay, that's a small number. It's not that huge. 1% of 20,000 is $200. every week. Every week. 52 times a year. It comes to over $10,000 a year, which is over 50%. Tony, would you recommend a call for SoFi to hit 30 expiration on 26? Tony, we just talked about this. I don't buy options. I only sell them. Okay, we did that one. Mastercraft, how are you today? Want to take a look at RR? Didn't we look at RR last week and say, hell no? Okay, it's a monthly. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work for me. Yeah, what website is that? Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to read the question. I'm not going to read the name, okay? Yay! What website is that? It's not a website. It is a trading platform, is what it is. Okay, Schmidt. Schmidt for brains. That's a good name. I like that one. Schmidt for brains. FedEx. We already looked at FedEx. Chad. Yahoo Finance. You got that one. Bishop. We already looked at Mark. Hollywood. What's happening in Hollywood? Amy Anderson. How are you today? Mikey is on. Is it bad to only invest in 2 stable dividend stocks? You don't have very much in diversification, but okay. Nene, my apologies. I Googled it and they are a privately owned company with no public trading. Okay. Kevsta, Dom. What the heck is Dom, Kedsta? Dominion Reserve Black Warrior. That's a Canadian stock. That's going to be no. Rafine wants to take a look at Micron, MU. Hell no. Come on, brother. Same thing. Why are we looking at something that's at the high of the year? J, STX. That's Seagate. STX. Seagate. Hell no. Come on. Kevta, ExxonMobil, XOM. Oh, interesting. Now, don't get me wrong. I like ExxonMobil. It's just not the right time to buy it, only because look what's happening recently. Okay. Here's your bottom. She shoots up. Here's your profit. Here's your top right there. Profit taking, shoots back up. Profit taking again. This baby's going to come back down again. Turn around, shoot back up. When it turns around, I want to be there. Okay, so I'm going to write that one down. ExxonMobil for next week. XOM. All right. And what's next? Okay. WGRX. What the hell is that? WGRX. Wellgistic Health. Hell no. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. How do you explain this thing at 50 cents having 20 years of profits? 20 years of profits, and it was 50 cents a couple of weeks ago. No. Pack Panda, tell us what? TELUS. Yeah, that's going to be a no also. Okay, if it doesn't pop up, okay, that means it's not a U.S. stock, not trading in the U.S. stock market. Mirror, SPH. SPH. Let's try it one more time. SPH. No. Sorry, Mirror, I don't do monthlies. Those are monthlies. I don't do them. They just don't pay the same. Okay, Jay, we already looked at Seagate. Schmidt, we already looked at FedEx. Mikey, is it back? Okay, Mike, we already answered that question. Kevsta, we already did ExxonMobil. WGR, I'm not even going to answer you anymore because everything you've thrown at me it's a no. It's like you don't even pay attention. Mirror, we all look at SPH. Jay, we looked at Sticks. Tonka Tom, how do you screen for 2 decades in Thinkorswim? Tonka Tom, you don't. Hold that thought for a second. Chris, Hold on. Gabriel, have you visited Stanley Park in Vancouver? No, Gabriel, I only went up to take a look at a boat. I went there, I landed first thing in the morning, got in the rent-a-car, went right to the boat, took a look at it, took a lot of pictures, went to the hotel, and then right from very first thing in the morning, I went right to the airport and left. So I was only in Vancouver for not even 24 hours. So I wasn't there to be a visitor. I'm looking for a boat that I can live on and take around the Great Loop. If you don't know what that is, just do a quick Google search of it. It's pretty cool. I've been planning it for 10 years, and I finally found someone that wants to go with me. So I'm going. Chris, James, do you keep the shares and follow the following week, or sell them, or sell another weekly contract? Chris, it's always going to be a numbers game. Always, always, always. Okay? Monday morning, I do my evaluating. Okay? So I look at the stocks. Well, let's pull one up. Pull it up. Watch. Okay. It's the EX dividend calendar. Hold on, let's do this. Okay. Each one of these little green dots represents a company that's getting ready to pay a dividend. So you've got to decide, which companies do I like that are getting ready to pay a dividend? Because most companies getting ready, most companies getting ready to pay a dividend have a tendency to increase in value. So when they increase in value, you got to correlate that with the chart, because it may increase faster than we wanted to or later than we wanted to. So it goes in steps. Step 1 is find your stocks. Step 2 is put it to the calendar. Step 3 is whatever stocks we're looking at this week. Okay, what is this? The 21st? This week right here. All these companies are paying a dividend this week. Okay, they all are going to usually go up in value just before the EX date. And that's these right here. These little green dots are the EX dates. So I want to buy the stocks before the EX date, because stocks usually go up. And when they do go up, it allows me to jump in, grab the profit, and jump out as it's still going up. Okay, I'm not looking to hold on to it for a long period of time. I'm looking for consistency of profitability. Here's the interesting thing. Look at all these companies. Get 74 here. Get about 20 here, about another 20 here, 57 here, 50 here, about another 18, about another 18, about another 15, about another 12, 16 or 18, 108, 41, a bunch here, a bunch here. So what I'm looking at is every single one of these companies, every single one, all have one thing in common. They're in business to make a profit. That's what they're in business for, to make a profit. So if I buy one of these companies, they want to get a profit, great. They go up, I get my profit, I jump out. And then I find one in this week. I pick one, get my profit, get out. This week I pick one, get my profit, get out. It's week after week after week. Now see, I don't know about you guys, but here's the thing, okay? Tick tock, the clock is ticking. Friday is coming whether you like it or not. See, when you work for a living, you're supposed to, and your parents should have told you this, okay? You're supposed to take a small amount of the money that you make. You're supposed to pay yourself first. So if you make $1,000 in a week, you should take at least $100 and put it aside for your retirement. Because whether you agree with it or not, whether you like the idea or not, it's coming. Okay, you think I really want to be retired? No, I'd rather be back in my 20s and 30s. I had a blast. My life was wonderful. What dividend calendar you show us on Thinkorswim? Yeah, that is on Thinkorswim. But you can go to Google and put in EX dividend calendar, and they'll pop up. Some of them are free. Would you short PLTR? I don't short stocks on purpose. How do you screen for 2 decades in TOS? Okay, so Tonka Tom, if you're looking for companies that have 2 decades of increased dividends, I already told you who they were. Dividend Kings, 5 decades of increased profits. Dividend Aristocrats, 25 years. That's 2.5 decades of profits. Dividend Champions, quarter of a century, 25 years, increased profits. Dividend Contenders, 10 to 24 years of increased profits. That's the list right there. dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders. And then for the fun of it, you know, he's Warren Buffett, so let's look over his shoulder and see what he's doing. Because if it's good enough for Warren, I'll do it. Why not? Jazz D Style. SOXL is going to be a no. You really want me to look at it? SOXL. Well, a couple of things. Look at the bottom in April. Okay? Now, the bottom's in April. Look at where it is now. Why the hell would we want to buy it now? No. Okay? It's not the right. See, look at what it did. Your bottom's here. She went up, down, 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 up, down. Now it's up again. So when she goes up, that's the time to sell. When she comes back down, that's when to buy. Up, down, buy. Up, down, buy. Up, down, buy. Up, down, buy. Up, down. It's really not that difficult. See, it boggles my mind that the trading strategy I'm giving you for free was created for a 9-year-old little girl. As a matter of fact, for the fun of it, considering you guys haven't seen her today, so let's pull her up. Let's see JC Lynn. JC, come on down. All right, right there. It's right there. Okay, first we're going to look at the social media sites right there. See, social media sites. YouTube, that's the one we want. So we're going to go to YouTube and show you video. Now, see, I've been doing this for a while. You're going to see something interesting. Do you see this right here? 1,200 videos. That tells you how long I've been doing this. 1,200 videos. Okay, 2 streams. See, this one's live and this one's live right now. But we're going to click right here to videos. Okay, so let's take a look at the videos. And we want to look at the oldest videos when I first started. Oldest right there. There she is right there. That's the little princess. So let's say hi.
Hi, I'm Jake, and as you being part of my like a club thingy, which my dad doesn't let me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and there's over 20.
Hey, there's me. 15 years ago. I had so much more here. And it's no gray. This is my favorite part. It's my favorite part coming.
There's a different company paying out dividends.
I laugh every time I see that. How else am I supposed to keep a 9-year-old little girl excited and have fun? Well, we were having fun. What's behind me is EX dividend calendar. They didn't have one back then. I had to make a whiteboard and I had to write it in by hand. All the stocks that were coming up ready to pay a dividend. Why? Because stocks have a tendency to go up in value just before the dividend. And when they go up, guess what? You jump in, grab a profit, get the hell out. Because no matter what you think, Friday's coming. It is. And when it gets here, guess what? Friday's coming again. It happens every 7 days. It's like, I remember back in the 80s, they had this big movement, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And everybody would work 5 days to get to Friday and do stupid crap so they forget the 2 days between Friday and Monday. Thank God it's Friday. It comes every week, every 7 days. That's why I like this strategy. I'm not looking for a lot. 1%, it's not that lot. It's just a small amount. Okay, that's totally awesome. Jeopardy, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, well, what else do we got? Okay, Brandon, we are looking at Holly Davidson. It was a no. Conconsciousness everywhere. BBAI. What the heck is BBAI? Let's get out of this. What is BBAI? BBAI. Okay, interesting. Big Bear AI Holdings. Okay, so this is going to be a no. Only reason because AI hasn't been around long enough. And you take a look at this right here. This thing was $1 last year. How can this thing possibly, how can it possibly have 20 years of profits? You like a new company? Great, not a problem. You have at it, you enjoy it. I'm at the point in my life where I don't have the luxury of being wrong. And what do I mean by that? If I do something stupid, okay, this thing was $1 a year ago. It shoots up to 10, drops back down to 2, shoots up to 9, drops back to 5, and now it's at 6. I don't have the luxury of being wrong. And if this is not consistently profitable, I'm gambling. And I don't know about you guys, but when you're retired living on a fixed income, you don't make unnecessary risks. Now, if I was younger, yeah, maybe I would do something like that. But at this point in my life, no. But that's just me, because I'm retired and I don't want to gamble. Me, that is a gamble, because it hasn't been around for 20 years. Artificial intelligence has not been around for 20 years. It has no historical performance. Okay, so it's no. Weekly. Is this one recorded? Wasn't it the same thing last week? Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, dude, but it's basically the exact same week after week after week. It's just a different stock, different questions. It's always the same questions. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? That's always the same, week after week, day after day after day. But here's the thing. This company might not be on my list this week, this year, this decade, but it might eventually. So we're looking at different stocks. So I tell people all the time, this is boring. This is repetitive. Uh-oh, battery's low. How can the battery be low? Let's play Swappy Changey. Swappy Changey. There we go, that works. Okay? It's the same things over and over and over again. Because guess what? Whether you agree with it or not, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Didn't we do this last week? Yep. Guess what? We're going to do it again next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you want to know what? After that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's the same thing over and over and over again. If you take a look at all my trades, you'll notice it's the same stocks over and over and over again. Why? Because they're consistently profitable. They go up. Okay, they go up, I sell. They come down, I buy. They go up, I sell. They come down, I buy. It's that simple. A 9-year-old, it was created for a 9-year-old. It's not that difficult. Adults have a tendency to make this more complicated than it needs to be. Ooh, what do we have over here? Steve wants to take a look at TSLL. TSLL. Interesting. Let's take a gander. Okay. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, sideways, and up. It's at 1963. The 20 is going for 83 cents. That's over 4%. If you like TSLL, it's that simple. If you like TSLL, well, let's see what it looks like. Glasses. Don't get old. It's no fun. It's not as much fun as people say it is. You wake up, you get aches and pains that just weren't there before. Okay, so a year ago, we're at 1243. Now from 1243, get this one. 1243, she jumps up to 40. Okay, that's almost over 200%, close to 300% increase. That's nice. But from 41, she drops all the way down to 6. That's horrible. That's like a 95% drop. Okay? Shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Last 30 days. Where are you? Come on, wherever you are. There we go. It's right there. All right, last 30 days. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at it. Up, sideways, up, sideways. I'm going to say no only because look at the distance from here. From 12 to 19. That's $7. Now, $7 on a $10 stock? That's over 70% increase. 70% increase. Yep, there's going to be profit taking. Think about it. If you bought it 30 days ago at 11 bucks, now it's at 1963. Wouldn't you sell? I know I would, but I'm not selling mine. I rotate mine every single week because they gives me 2 to 3% every single week. It's crazy. But anyway, I just keep on doing it. Anyway, next. OKLO. OKLO. Nope. Velo Bliss. No puts. Nope. See, Velo Bliss, I give away one trading strategy. One. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking for your email. I'm not asking for anything. The only thing I'm asking, if you want to have a conversation, send me a number. I'll give you a call. We'll chat. I don't do puts. I'm giving you one trading strategy. It was created for a 9-year-old. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. 1% a week. That's over 50% per year. Gabriel, K-View. K-View. Interesting. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Sideways, whoops. Sideways, down, up. That's where we are right now. Let's look at the last 30 days. Let's just jump in there. Okay, interesting. Last 30 days. Here's your high, your low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, drop, sideways. 1834. The 1850s go for 45. That's over 2%. If you like K-View, then you have to go on your own. You have to go in and check and see, do I like this company? Is this something I want to buy and hold on to? Simple questions. Salah wants to take a look at Ford. Interesting. Low. What was it? What is it? What is it? Up, down, up, down, up. Okay. 1162. The 12s. Hell no. Don't get me wrong. I like Ford. A couple of years ago, Ford was one of my top producing stocks. But think about it. If I'm going to buy it at 1162, sell it at 12, I'm bringing in 4 cents. No. That doesn't work. 4 cents is not 1% of 12 bucks. The spotter. Is Delta accurate indicator for selling options? Yeah, it is. Here's your question. Yeah, it is. What else do we got? Angel. Looks like our date with some days we get lucky, some days okay. Disturbing there, Angel, but alrighty. Really disturbing, considering my mom's 84 years old. You're sick and twisted there, dude. Mikey is on. Is it bad? Okay, Mikey, we already asked that question. Oh, we already asked that question. Oh, take a look. Nini wants to take a look at Pfizer PFE. Interesting. Oh, I like the little bounce. Do you see that little bounce? Who's that? Nini? Is that how you pronounce it? Ni4Ni. I'm just calling you Nini. That's what it sounds. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, here's your high. Here's your low. Okay, here's where it was. Here's where it is. Down, sideways, down, up, right there. What's happening there? That looks kind of interesting. Looks kind of interesting. Before we do anything else, let's check the numbers. 24. The 24 is going for 29. That's over 1%. That's okay. That works. Okay, so the high of the year was about a year ago, 30.45. Bottom was TDS, second week of April, 21. It's was that a 50% drop? Shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Last 90 days, last 3 months. Got a double top. One there. Bottom. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So this is the area right there. That's the last week. So let's get a little closer. Get a little closer. There you go. Here's your last 30 days. Same thing. Top, bottom, was, is, up, down, up. If you like Pfizer. Do you like Pfizer? Well, what happened on Friday? Okay, Monday was the bottom. Tuesday's higher, Wednesday's higher, Thursday's higher, Friday was higher, but Friday is a down day because she opened up high and she ended up lower. But it's still an up day because it's still going up. Do you like Pfizer? That's a very important question. Okay, so 24 at Pfizer, 29 cents. So let's take a gander. 24 right there. One contract. Here we go. Buy one, covered call Pfizer, 26 September, 24 call option. Pfizer at the market to open, $30 at the profit, 2,300 is the investment. It's like a gumball machine. I'm paying $2,300 for this gumball machine. The gumball machine's giving me $30 this week. Well, what rate of return is that? Well, let's find out. $30 divided by 2370, give me a grand total. $23.70, 1.2%. If you like Pfizer. I don't know. Do you like Pfizer? It's an interesting question. All right, let's finish up some of these questions. BX is my best dividend stocks last 5 years. Okay, Rain wants to take a look at the Gap. The Gap. Now, I did buy some of the Gap this year. Gap. GAP. Fall into the Gap. Nope, not this week. See, you bought him here. She shoots up. Now she's pulling back down again. So maybe we'll wait for next week for the Gap. BX. Isn't BX Blackstone? BX. Blackstone. Okay, see, it might be great for you for the last 5 years, but it bottomed out in April, shot up. Now it's at the high of the last 6 months. So not really a great time to jump in. Now, if you already have it, great, but not a good time to jump in. Eddie, we just looked at Pfizer like 2 seconds ago. Thank you, Eddie. Can we get a peek at the WGRX? Ow! WGRX? WGRX. Hell no. What the hell are you thinking? Chris, how do you when something is low? Okay, Chris, you got to be a little bit more explicit with that question. Mira, SPH. What is SPH? SPH. No, I don't do monthlies. Tiger Den, Intel, INTC. I actually have some Intel. No, not this week. Take a look at that. Look at that huge gap up. Huge. Now it's coming back down again. Mastercraft, where I looked at RR. Do you have full course videos to watch again? Yes, they're over on YouTube. Thank you there, Mr. Eddie. Ooh, Nene wants to take a look at Procter & Gamble. They've been in business for over 100 years. Take a look at them. A year ago, at 172, shoots up to 180, drops back down to 150. Here's where we are now, pulling back. Okay, look. Drops, shoots up, back down, back up, back down, back up, back down. See, it's coming down right now. Procter & Gamble. Annie Diaz, how are you? Jen Pinka, back again. How you doing? BA, isn't that Boeing? BA. Oh, now that looks interesting. Did you see that right there? Okay, Jen Pinka, you see that right here? Here's the high, drop, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Here's your top here, pulls back. She goes from 140, drops down to 110. That's a $30 drop. Now she's going back up again. Well, alrighty then. But do you like it? That's the big question. Here's your top right there, 238. Comes down here to 214. 1, 2 days up. Now she's bouncing off that bottom. If you like Boeing, check the numbers. Does it sound right? Does it look right? And more importantly, do you like it enough to buy it and hold on to it? Never buy something you don't understand, you don't want to hold on to. Never set a loss. Keep your head. Make sure the company's consistently profitable. Weekly options only. Dan Scott, that's pretty good. Thoughts on CL? Isn't that Colgate Palmolive, CL? It is. Look at this. Colgate Palmolive has a new bottom. So we're going to be keeping our eye on this one because apparently the bottom was Thursday and Friday was higher. See, just down. Thursday's the bottom. Friday is 1 day up from the bottom. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? So I'm going to put Colgate Palmolive for next week. Well, actually for this week. Wait a minute, this week? When they get tomorrow could be 2 days the upside, which means Tuesday would be a good time. All right, I'll put that one down, CL. All right. Mira, SPH, where you looked at it was a no. Danny, UNH. UNH. Isn't that, I forget, something health. All right, way up in the 600 area. Drops down to 240. Shoots up, pulls back. What's going on here? Well, let's zoom into that. Oh, looks like profit taking is slowing down. You bottom here. She shoots up. Now she's pulling back. Now, Friday was lower than Thursday, right there. So just keep your eye on it. Maybe it'll slow down. Let me write that one down, UNH. Nini. Let's take a look. General Electric. No, come on, Nini. Why are we looking at something at the high of the year? Look at it. It's at the high of the year. Why are we looking at that? ExxonMobil. We looked at ExxonMobil. AMD. Weddy Jerry. What's happening, Weddy Jerry? AMD. Advanced Micro Devices. Okay. AMD. Interesting. What's going on? Take a look at Micro Devices. 170 down to 70, up to 190. Now we're down to 150. What's going on here? Well, let's go a little closer. Need the glasses. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. Could be. Or is it just going sideways? Stay between 150 and 160. Could be. But do you like AMD? That's the big question. That's way up there. Yep. Lisa, good evening. Would have been good a month ago. Possibly. Now, Nini, that's why we look at it every day. Because, it's kind of like a garden. You take a look and make sure there's no weeds every day. You got to water and garden. You got to water and weed it every day. Cockster. Comcast. CSA. Can you believe that? Ooh, take a look at that. That's cool. Here's the bottom. Shoots up, pulls back. This baby's going to turn around again. Let's get closer to that one. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Thursday's the bottom. Friday was 1 day high. I'm writing this one down for this week. See, Comcast is one of those companies, I don't even bother looking at the price. I'm just looking at the movement of the stock. Okay? Highs here, she drops, finds the bottom here, 1 day to the upside. Now I want 2 days to the upside, and on the third day I'll jump in. We'll take a look. Okay, bottom, shoots up, bottom, shoots up, bottom, now she's turning. It's a great time to be in Comcast. That bag feeling really heavy about now. I spent $4,500 on Cracker Barrel. Yep, we talked about that one. Stockman, can't you see my 401k went to red from green? Ugh. I bought it after the controversy dip. That when is doing a lot of heavy lifting. They're going to pull out of it. It's a good brand. They got the attention on them now. Okay. Maybe you're right. I hope you're right. Can we see XPO? Bruno, what the heck is XPO? XPO. Hell no. Sorry, Bruno, you've been here before, Bruno. Okay, XPO is a monthly. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. I pray and cry every night. I'm not crazy buying Cracker Barrel. Dev, what's going on? What program are you using? Well, that program there is called Think or Swim. I wish I was more involved and knew how to start. This is all very good information. Nini, you're here. You just keep coming back. It's slowly going to come to you because the words are basically the same. We're buying, we're selling. Does it look right? Do I like it? Is it the right time? Okay, don't try to swallow the whole, don't, all right. To eat an elephant, you eat it one bite at a time. Okay, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with single footsteps. I have no idea how old you are, but if you're just starting now, it's one step at a time. Don't be in a hurry. Stock market's been around for 400 years. Thank you, Tyler. Holy cow, 90. All right, no more stocks. We can go to some of these questions. Cisco, maybe. BEPC, never heard of it. Kevstar, we already looked at ExxonMobil. Okay, Mira, SPH, we already looked at that. Dalton, how are you doing today? Ultra Being, 1030. 10-3. I have no idea what that means. Okay, Johan Brooks, open stock. I'll take a look at it another time. I need you to invert the camera. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're not the only person who says I need to invert the question. I mean, the camera. Unfortunately, I don't know how to invert the camera on YouTube. All right, let's keep on going. Yeah, we got 5 minutes to answer 99 questions. That ain't gonna happen. King Zoe, Chris, what's happening? All righty, Calvin Hill, Kochigi. Okay, English tips. Do you have a video explaining your whole strategy? Yes, I do. And I actually explain the whole strategy every day. Okay, every night I explain the whole strategy from the beginning to the end. Okay, so every video you see on YouTube, from the beginning to the end. Buddy, my year to date is more than you've had in the last 10 years combined. No one cares. Thank you kindly. I love negative people. I do. Because they say you don't have enough negative people. You're just not working hard enough. But thank you for that. 7214167, whatever. Pascal Paré, ¿qué pasa? Oh, wait a minute. Yash. My strategies go long calls deep in the money when the stock hits my price point. Is this a good strategy? I can't tell you yes or no because I know absolutely nothing about you. I don't buy options, I sell them. 80% of all options expire worthless. I do not buy them. Ish, mi amor, how are you doing today? Ryan, I don't buy Misty because they have not been around long enough. What's your YouTube channel? The 10-Minute Trader. Okay, every video you ever see me doing, it's always, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader. Okay, you can go to the top left corner on your TikTok. That'll take you right to the bio, which will take you to all the web channels. MacNet, what's going on? Calvin Hill, Mira, that's not a yield stock. Okay, Marvel would be over 2%. All right, Kevsa, thank you. CMBM, missed it. What was the strategy? The strategy is dividend investing for weekly cash flow. Buying good quality dividend stocks, selling a covered call against them at the current price, at the money, selling a 5-day weekly option and collecting 1% premium every single week. AbbVie, Tyler, that's a good one. CMBM, BEPC, we got to check it out tomorrow. Lululemon, hasn't been around long enough for me, but if you like it, have at it. Kevsta, hi, can you do Lulu? Not tonight. We got 2 minutes to go before I'm done. No more excuse. 7. What time is it there in the U.S.? I'm in Australia. Right. Oh, there might be. Probably the wrong one. It is, what time is it? 10:59 p.m. Thoughts on CVX? I love Chevron. I do. What time? Okay, you've asked the question like 10 times. Ask the question once, I'll get to it. Are you looking at weekly time frame? I'm looking at a 30-day time frame. English tips. Okay, so I buy on a Monday and I like to get out by a Friday. Kirby Vacuum Cleaner. You got to give me the ticker symbol. BSM. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. Hey, what time are you on every night? Every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Great to see you again. Thank you, Lucas. Your camera quality is very poor. Trading RDI. Thank you for that. I like your philosophy and style. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Can anybody tell me what website he's using? I'm trying to figure out how to follow what he's doing. All right, Scott, this is not a website. This is Think or Swim. It is a trading platform offered through Charles Schwab. Okay, we're at 11 o'clock. I am done for the night, so let's see what we got. What time on Friday usually? 2:30. Market closes at 4. I want to make sure everybody's in the morning trading group gets out with no losses. That's my goal every week. Whoever is following to make sure they don't lose. That's my goal. All righty. Thank you, daily time frame, 9 p.m. Bro, how to learn the order block? You got to explain to me what the order block is, because whatever terminology you're using, I don't know. Yasmin, thank you. Have a great night. You too, Yasmin. What kind of TV is that? A Treed, this is an interactive vibe board or interactive, what do you call that? It's an interactive board that I have no idea how to use other than attaching it to my computer and using this thing. Now, supposedly, I have someone coming in next week or the week after to show me how to use it. But other than that, it is what it is. What are the list of stocks that you choose from? Oh, Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and Warren Buffett's list. That's 5 lists and give you about 300 different good quality companies. Happy Sunday, everyone. When or if would you consider different strike price other than the closest one? It's always going to be a numbers game. Okay, Lucas, anytime I buy something, I ask myself certain questions. What am I buying it for? What's the closest strike price that I'm selling? What premium am I collecting? Then, is it more than 1%? If yes, then I will buy it. Then, after I own it, the very next day, same questions. What did I buy it for? What did I sell against it? Where's it at now? What does it mean? What should I do? Okay, like this one right here, XPO. It's at 130. Now, I don't do monthlies, but the question's always, what did I buy it for? What did I sell? What did I collect? What is it doing now? Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Every single day, a new, what do you call it? A new candle is added. Okay, let's get a little closer. Get a little closer. Okay, see? Each one of these represents one day. Okay, this is Friday, this is Thursday, this is Wednesday. Okay, this is a couple weeks ago. She went up, she went down. She went up, she went down. What is it going to do tomorrow? We don't know. Well, if I buy tomorrow and sell tomorrow, okay, buy a stock, sell the option, I have between tomorrow, Monday morning, and Friday afternoon, just to keep an eye on it, see what's happening. See, is it going up? Is it going down? What should I do? I got two major goals: consistency of profitability and preservation of my capital. I don't want to lose, and I want to have cash flow coming in every single week. All right, so I think we are done for the night. Lisa, see you tomorrow. Have a great night. What time usually on Friday? I don't do Friday nights, but Friday afternoon, 2:30, just before the market closes. That gives me an hour and a half to take a look at everybody's positions to make sure nobody loses any money. All right, St. Martin, thank you, thank you. Nadia Valerie, good evening, good evening. What's the list of stocks you choose from? I already did that one. All right, so we are done for the night. You guys over here, oh, we got a couple of questions. Let me get these questions. What do we have? Later, folks. See you in the morning. You got it. All righty. You got it. You got it. All right. So you guys over here on the Zoom call, have a great night. And we'll see you again tomorrow. And YouTube over here. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. And broadcast over here on TikTok. Oh. No, that one's done. That one's done. Out of here. Okay. Done. All right. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Ooh, Eric. I like Dell and I like Oracle. Yes, I do. All right. So we'll catch you guys again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Dum 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 dum. And now the end is near, and so I feel.